I'm doing well. A little phlegmy. I think the swelling is almost gone. Still doing some zinc. Still nervous about it. Everybody was sneezing this morning and itching their eyes, so I think we just have a normal pollen situation going on. It's finally starting to dry up out there, so the mold is probably still going to bother me today. We'll see if the swelling goes back up throughout the day, but I started my day with a call from the elementary school from the counselor. This was like 5 minutes before I was going to take Jax to school, and at first I was thinking it was because Sebastian came home yesterday saying that a classmate was calling him extra stupid, like even more stupid now because they changed the tables in the classroom and he's sitting with some other kids to get extra help. So I sent in a note because Sebastian did want me to tell a teacher and let her know that it really hurt his feelings and his confidence. So I was expecting that. No, Sebastian had a threat assessment done because he jokingly threatened violence against a student if they didn't bring him a present. And they reassured me multiple times, he was just joking, he's not in trouble, we realized this is a teachable moment, and he was just saying something. But the other parent did call the school and they did do a threat assessment. I get emotional. Kindness is the biggest thing for me. When Sebastian was involved in knocking that snowman down, I started crying, talking to the parents. I feel so deeply about being kind to others. So I'll be talking with him, and he's going to be writing a written apology. I guess it was also mentioned that he was saying, and I won't invite you to my birthday party. So I was ready to just cancel planning a birthday party, because how do you send out invitations the next day after something like that happens? Especially because if it's who I think it is, he desperately wants that kid to go to his birthday party. I do have that particular student's parents' number, and I reached out very vaguely and said, if this was your kid, I am so sorry, and I'm going to be talking to Sebastian and he'll be writing an apology. And if there wasn't an incident with your kid and Sebastian, phew, because he really likes your kid. So we'll see if we get an answer. It's work hours. Anyway, I'm in a pile of papers right now. I am going to write out my questions for the meeting. Danny says he doesn't have any questions, but I'm going to go over everything. I feel like I extra need to because now I'm just so in my head. I feel bad for Jax because for once Jax was talking to me on the way to school about Geometry Dash, and I was just so in my head that I wasn't there were no questions being asked, but I wasn't giving the interested feedback that I would normally give. I would normally make I'd make comments that show that I listen and learn from what is said, and I was just in my head. So I will have to apologize for that later, I think. But I'm just gonna sit here in this sunny spot. I get some really lovely light in the morning. And I have a little over an hour till I have to leave. I'm letting my hair dry because I washed it. Just try to leave it alone. If I put it up in a bun, I do enjoy having it wet in a bun. It's just really refreshing and cool when the weather starts to get hot, but now that my hair's getting longer, like it's sticking out of the braids quite a bit. Like it's actually down to here. Well, I would say the top layers are like up to here, but the layers that come out like around ear is down to here. So when you braid it, it gets shorter because it's like a zigzag. But yeah, it sticks out so much that I try to let it dry in my natural wave. If I put it up in a bun and it dries, it's like because it was crunched up in a bun with a clip. So we are letting it dry, even though it's a hot mess in the back where it's not done yet. So I kind of have to hide that when I'm walking around. But I'll do my hair and hide that. I'll pull back the top or something. It feels like it's dry. I just don't feel like brushing it yet. I'm gonna deal with this and try to calm myself down, so if I have to talk about that at the school, I don't start crying. Okay, that's my update, and I will talk to you guys later about the IEP meeting. Hello friends, I just left the school, well, a while ago. I'm kind of driving across the whole town because we don't have a Starbucks anywhere near us anymore. So, and I'm craving like an iced tea and a lemon loaf situation. But the IEP meeting went well. I was with his teacher, the new resource teacher slash case manager, his speech therapist, and the special education dean. Kind of runs the whole thing and manages the paperwork and whatnot. But I didn't have too many questions. I just had some handwritten things. Basically his testing has come back really great. Everything shows academically he is average to high average at some things, and it's all in there. It's just the attention problems, the focus problems are making it a struggle to get out, and I wanted to emphasize that writing especially is what is the biggest struggle. So I wasn't sure if that needed to be in there, but since the writing, they felt it was more of like a homework situation, and the homework doesn't affect their grade, which I always make him do all the homework. If it comes home, we do it, no matter how hellish the experience is for us both. So, I mean, she's like, you can make the decision, say, you're just gonna write one sentence unless the teacher has a note saying this needs to be done. So my car just randomly popped up something and made my video stop, so I don't know what cut off.
Pardon me.
Fuck off.
Cancelled.
I think there's some fake Siri kind of situation in the car called Uconnect. I don't know what it's doing. When I got to the school, I tried to park in my side lot, and so many people had parked there that I had to reverse across the entire parking lot to get out because they had closed up the loop. Do I go in this one? I don't know, the shopping center. They built a shopping center in front of the shopping center, and now it's like super confusing. Anyway, we just tweaked a few little things, like making note of the reading or the writing, since there's Starbucks, since that is the biggest concern. But we didn't change the accommodations, so everything that I went over when I had the draft, that stands. They clarified some things, like two of the goals were super similar, but said one of them is more for like his independent work, and the other is more for instructional time. I need to stop this video so I can put my order in. And it was just like asking things like, is his resource teacher going to change next year? Potentially. Right now, the one he was assigned is for 3rd grade, which he's going into. So if she is still the resource teacher for 3rd grade, then probably it will be the same. But they do change things up every year. So that could be different, but they were assuring me all the resource teachers are a big team and they're really great about handing things off and working together. The 120 minutes per day, they calculated that from reading and math, the time that they work on that, and then they decided to add content. The sun is crazy and it's making me look like a redhead. Content is social studies, science, that kind of thing, and they decided to leave that in there, and we can revisit it after the first quarter of the next year. If he's not really too affected by his attention problems in those subjects, then they can maybe scale back next time we change the IEP and not require aides and stuff to be with him for all those times. I was trying to figure out if that means there's always an aide in the room, and I know they kind of get spread out, it seems, but it also seemed like, yes, that does kind of mean that there's somebody there. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I asked if it would affect his classroom placement, and most likely it will. They do have to balance things and have a healthy balance of really focused kids who are great at independent work versus the ones that need a lot of help like Sebastian. But if they can get the kids who all have the same resource teacher in the same classroom, maybe that is what they mean by sometimes they only need one classroom for it. So I don't know, it went well. Everybody's nice. They signed me in as a volunteer when I came in because the security officer is so used to that. I did say, oh, I have a meeting, but yeah, my sticker said volunteer. I was like, oh, well, maybe that's fine. And they did come and get me, but at the end of the meeting when we were signing paperwork, I was like, oh, I just noticed that they put me in as a volunteer. They were like, yeah, we were wondering if we needed to come to the office or if you were going straight to volunteering. I'm like, no, they're just so used to that they put it in as that. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I'm in a tank top because it's going to be almost 80. But yeah, I got to stop by the cafeteria and say hi to Sebastian. He assures me that the friend who he said the thing about was okay, and then he wrote a sorry letter with the counselor. I might still have him do one, but he didn't seem like he wanted me to stay, and he had like less than 10 minutes. I just know the schedule, so it's like I'm gonna swing by there real quick. Yeah, that's my update. I want a tea and a lemon loaf, so I'm gonna order that, and I need to get back to work. There is a page on the doggy site that's just, it's possessed. It's doing weird things. I think I need to rebuild it, so I'm gonna die. I'm gonna order. It's getting so hot in here. Hello everyone. It is about 8:36 and we really need to get to bed. But we went out to dinner and we walked there and back, so it is a little later. And we're all a little sneezy from all the pollen. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm very itchy, however. Anyway, it was a work day. I had a lot of different things to try to fix and update on the doggy rescue site, and it's always a struggle since other people who no longer help them out created the site and hobbled it together, and I'm always hunting for where things are, and then we're trying to figure out why it's broken. So that was like an all-day thing with a break for the IEP, but you were all updated to that. I did take a break while I was waiting on Danny to fix something, and I was just doing some art. It's not done. I was trying to see how I liked oil pastels on canvas, and I'm not sure I love the texture, so I don't know. It needs more done to it, but it's almost like doodling made up flowers. I had some references, but I was just doing whatever. So yeah, I did have a little bit of an art break here and there, but it was like all over here, and I would have to stop and go back to working on the site whenever Dan would figure out things for me. He was in the database. It's trying to find old links when they disappeared.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo?
Say that again?
What?
Say it again?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo?
Close. Hola, ¿cómo está?
What?
Anyway, it was
Okay, so what are you saying?
yes. Hola is hello. ¿Cómo estás? Is how are you? Amigo.
Friend.
Friend.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo?
¿Cómo estás, amigo? Not that I'd have.
¿Cómo estás, amigo?
Yeah, it's just kind of go do your bathroom stuff.
Hola.
Put your watch on the charger. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Anyway, I got nothing else to say. What? Buenas noches. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
I think it's feminine. Buenas noches.
Buenos noches.
Buenas.
Buenas noches.
I think so. I could be wrong. It's been a little while since I did Spanish. I've been focusing on the Korean. Get off of there and go do your bathroom stuff. You're not supposed to. You ram this into the wall. And then you move this, see? See the carpet marks? You keep moving it. It's not supposed to be that close because it gets wedged under there and then that rams into the wall. Anyway, yeah, nothing else to tell you. Tomorrow's Friday. I guess
Hola.
all the kids in the school earned a beach theme day, so they dress beachy. Do you have a house meeting? Do you get to like do beach party?
I don't know.
Maybe you'll have a beach party
No.
with your house. No? No house meeting?
I don't think.
You just get to wear beach clothes when you could wear beach clothes any day. Why do you keep coming in here and sitting on everything? Go get ready.
Because you feel so comfortable.
It is comfortable. You're supposed to sit all the way up on it and sit crisscross applesauce. That's what that chair's made for. It makes me very happy to sit crisscross applesauce. And I sat there most of the day when I wasn't at your
It would be
school.
nice if I
And I
could-
don't have a backache. Yay!
It would be nice if
That
I
chair gave me a backache.
It'd be nice if I just bought one of these chairs and brought it to school, and then everywhere I sit, I just put it on the dot.
Everybody be sitting on the floor and you're up high on this chair, taking up 4 dots. Alright, go put your watch on the charger. Go put your watch on the charger. Alright, everybody, good night. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget,
Wash your hands.